Just focus school education. School, what does school teach you? I mean, I'm not denying that school is a very important part of people's lives, and that we need to get some education. But it's in the case if you wanna be a lawyer, engineer, like if you know where you want to go, right? For example, if you want to be a lawyer, then school is for you. If you want to be who you want to be, engineer, then school is definitely for you. But if you, I just feel like I don't, I don't want to be any of that. So I want to be self-educated. I want to just study what I want to study. And when people put me in those brackets, of letters, you're like, why do you judge my knowledge based on some letters A, B, C, D, E, F? I just wonder why. Um, and learning the other subjects, like there's a lot of subjects that I'm not interested in school. Like, what the fuck do I need to know why grass is green, and why do I need to know why carbon dioxide, when it's mixed with H2B, becomes a gas? What the fuck do I need to know that? You know, I just want to study what I want to study, and that's how I feel about life. Am I not going to get a job? Well, maybe I'm not. Though, am I going to be? If another job, I'm going to be homeless. Maybe I will, but I'd rather be homeless than. And school is also why do I need to listen to a teacher, right? Like, do this, sit straight, give me your phone. I mean, listen to me. Like, bloods, who are you, man? Especially if it's a okay. That's nah. Especially if that's a okay when okay whatever. We're gonna skip that part, but I don't wanna listen to nobody. It's just how the life goes, and I don't feel like sitting in school is my best choice, because when I'm not interested in something, I'm just getting bored super quick, and I just can't sit there. I just really can't sit there. So I don't wanna study the school studies. I wanna study my own studies. I want to be self-educated, but for this you need really to look in with money, with everything, because there's nobody there's nobody who's going to back you up. I don't want, if I'm being honest, I don't want a school degree. I don't want any of that. I don't want a diploma. I don't want any of that. I just want to study what I want to study and make money from that. For me, it's just letters. It doesn't matter one bit to me. And that's like, for me, it's probably like a wasted time in your life. You're just wasting your best years studying what you don't want to study, right? And it's just it just pains me that. But yeah, it's better to do your own thing, study your own stuff, and even even if I'm not going to get a degree or whatever, who gives a fuck? Um, who gives a shit if I'm going to be homeless, or if I'm not going to be homeless? You know, being homeless is still an experience, right? I mean, because I don't want to be a slave to a job too, that I don't like. So just I just want to do what I love, and get money from it. Um, and don't mistake it that I don't like studying. I love studying, right? I probably study more than anybody. So it just it's just I don't put any borders on it. I don't put any marks on it. I don't put any grades on it, right? I just I just study for my own sake, and I know why I'm studying, why I'm doing it. So not for somebody else, but for myself, right? There's no there's no grade rankings. There's there's any of that, and also the problem with school, we put people, right, with different IQ, right, and we put them in the same league basically, right? So when as a person has a higher IQ, you put them to the lower IQ person, and you just when you're surrounded by the lower IQ people, you can't really excel in your studies that much because you feel like you're better than them, so you don't need to do better. And it's also it's also look, it's also some problem with school, in my opinion, that we are like treated equally, but when we are not, we're definitely not equal in a sense that we definitely all have different IQs. We definitely all have different, different talents, if you might call that. Somebody's more creative, somebody's more hardworking, somebody's more wherever, somebody's more leadership like, somebody's more like innovator, and somebody just doesn't want to listen to a teacher, right? So I feel like this system now is totally. We definitely need school, but if you already know what you want to do, school is very helpful. But I just can't go to school and listen to a teacher what he says or what should I do. It doesn't sit in my mind, right? Why would I want to listen to a teacher? Like sit still, do this, do that. Fuck no, no. I just I just can't comprehend. I just can't comprehend doing this. So at least at least maybe I'm going to be free. I don't know. But for my own studies, I need a lot more. I need a little more money than that because it's like how do I say that? I love reading physical books, but earlier on I was reading digital ones, and I just don't like it because I don't really remember anything. It's like you can't take notes, you can't take anything, and when you read book in a digital way, you just read it and then you forget that you read it. So I like to keep them on my shelf, and as I stay there for a long time, right? So I can go back to the book, read it again, maybe see my notes, what I have written in it, and just so it's a win-win for me. I need to. I'm learning and I'm exploring in all other endeavors. For me, school is not a way. Definitely because I want to find my own way, and I want to definitely definitely expel into some others because even here I'm just learning my speaking skills, right? I'm just learning how to talk, how to wherever. So and it's really hard to explain what I mean in a foreign language, but at least I'm trying. And practice with practice maybe I'm going not maybe with practice I'm going to definitely get better and get where I want. So I'm just going to do that non-stop, and one day I'm going to improve, get better, and one day I'm going to get there definitely. So that's what I think about that, about school education and all of it. My yeah, I basically have nothing much to say. We got like yeah, that's definitely there's definitely a lot for me to learn, except school, in a life. Just communication, social skills, talking skills, selling skills, wherever skills, you know, so we'll see how that goes.